Hi, everyone, and welcome to Dad is a Joke. And today we got a rant. And the rant's going to be about a stupid article with lack of journalism, finesse, or anything like that, written by Andrew Cunningham on Ars Technica. Okay? He starts off with a comment. He titled is a company called Atari is releasing a brand new 2600 cartridge this year. That title just screams, I didn't want to write this fucking article, but my boss made me do it. That's what it screams to me. Okay. Today's Atari could hardly have less to do with the one that released the VCS. Now, Nolan Bushnell, started out the company in 1972, and in 1976 they had to sell the company to Warner Brothers to get enough money infused into the company to be able to sell this worldwide. So companies change every time. They sell stuff, they do stuff to boost this up to, whatever. It's the same Atari. As long as it has the same bloody logo and the feel, the thought, the smell of Atari is behind that, which I currently absolutely believe 100% in my heart is there. Okay? Now, let's see what he writes here. And this article was quickly shoved together, and there's 105 comments on this, so I got to rebut to this because this is bullshit. Okay. Okay, so something new to do. Okay, wait. Mr. Run and Jump is a new Atari published platform that's coming to vintage Atari consoles in concept form, complete with box instruction manual. Okay, great. Okay, that's cool. But here, this is where it gets stupid. The version of Mr. Run and Jump coming into the 2600 is a primitive version of a much different looking game with the same name that's coming to PC. Really? It's the same game. One's done for modern machines, and the other one's done for 2600. Of course, it's going to be different. It's still going to have the same gameplay. People forget. Gen Z or millennials, you guys forget. The 2600 started everything. Totally started everything. And those primitive graphics or sound or what have you, it wasn't about the graphics and the sound. It was about the playability. Atari's mantra was, easy to play, hard to master, right? Didn't have to be flashy, right? A lot of the stuff you just fill in with your imagination, or are you tired of playing Call of Duty and you're sick of it, of playing photorealistic games and whining about them at the same time? Fuck's sakes. Anyways. We got to hand it to Atari here. A PR gambit for a new game porting a rough version of the game to a 46-year-old game console and then giving physical releases complete with box and manual is pretty good. Of course it's pretty good. And a PR gambit? It's not PR gambit. Dude, who do you think your parents are? They're Gen Zers. Right? Have you talked to your dad about the 2600 or your mom? Fuck. Whatever. There's also a new... Oh, okay, here. I love this. There were also a few new 2600 inspired games and remakes, including Vector Sector. You fuck! Have you looked at Vector Sector? Have you played it? Dude, it's a brand new vector-based arcade game from the ground up. Do you understand that? It's not a 2600 inspired game, you fuck. It's an Atari inspired game. Atari! Right? Atari from the coin-op days. In the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection, which also got physical release on modern consoles. Oh, modern consoles, they're better. They got more power. They do so much more. Okay, although modern games develop blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't care about that. Okay, to avoid the problem of unsold inventory, something that the old Atari had some experience with, Most of the physical releases go up for pre-order, and then a company makes roughly as many cartridges as it has pre-ordered. Then it seems to route that Atari is using for it seems to be the route that Atari is using for the Mr. Run and Jump release. Andrew, I'm serious, dude. Think about it. That's proper business. They're not going and doing stupid, fanciful Xbox, PlayStation PR moves. This is proper way to run a business. And when you're Atari and you're on shaky ground and you want to grow the company, you don't make 50 million cartridges and you only have people maybe 3,000 that you can sell. That's just bad for business. Get it through your thick skull, man. Jesus. Ugh. I'm losing my mind. Today's Atari has absolutely nothing to do with the company that launched the VCS 1977. Brand history and ownership defies an easy summary. Of course not, because that's how shit is. Have you been in business at all? After the video game crash in 1983, the old Atari was split into two divisions by the parent company Warner Brothers and sold. Continue. Okay, whatever. That's just history. Whatever. Hasbro, Info Games, blah, blah, blah. This is just bullshit, video game journalism. Cut and paste shit from the past. The version of Atari, this version of Atari probably focuses on nostalgia plays. Wrong. Wrong. Not even bloody close. Have you looked what's on the VCS store? Have you looked? Okay? Like this 50th anniversary collection, physical reissue of Most Famous Atari. Of course they're going to reissue this stuff. Look, you're trying to do something new, but you also want to fulfill the nostalgia group, the Gen Xers, right? The people who grew up on this shit. So you got to do both. And there's nothing wrong with that. And then the company's focus in 2023 has been acquiring defunct IP and re-releases and potential sequels. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with a new version of Berserk? A new modern version of Berserk? That could technically be another, whatever, new game, right? Doesn't have to act and play like the old one. It could be a third person or a first person shooter. Have you thought of that? Right? With the same idea of Berserk. There's nothing wrong re-releasing this stuff. The company also engaged in other less savory activities like making legal threats against other developers, entering the social casino gaming market, a non-specific commitment to blockchain technologies, blah, 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 blah. You know what? I can't counter with that. I don't like this less savory things. This has been talked about on fucking forums on Facebook and whatever for forever. There's no grounds to this thing, right? Making legal threats against other developers. I haven't heard anything about that. You may be right. I don't know. The social casino gaming market, again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a way to make money. When you make money, you can invest it into other stuff. Again, simple business. Pick up a book. Pick up a textbook. It's not that hard. Or wait, you're from that age group. Watch a video on business on YouTube. How's that? But blockchain technologies, yeah, we know that's a flop. Once by NFT in September has been silenced since it has 13 followers. Okay, that I can't comment on, but everything else I can. This is a stupid ass article. Andrews, a senior technology reporter at Ars Technica with a focus on consumer tech. In other words, he doesn't turn on the stuff. He just comments. Andrew, you might as well write for like a tabloid, man. One of those American supermarket tabloids. Just make shit up in your head, right? Without looking into stuff, and then you get 105 reader comments. Yeah, there's some people who are actually defending this. Sold out. You can buy on eBay for $12,000. Also sold out. Yeah, that's the thing. Whatever. Oh, I can see. Never having been a fan of highly pixelated games, even when highly pixelated games were all you could get, I had to admit that Mr. Running experience in the screenshot has a lot in common with large white moth that impacted on the windscreen the other day. Modern CGI graphics, at least in about 2004, are even so much better than 30 years or 30-year-old, especially for the eyes, blah, 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 blah. That said, I do get the old Atari consoles don't have a lot of capacity, and the new games for it are essentially non-existent. But doesn't look like something worth $60 to begin with. Really? How old is this guy? There's some defending. There's some people who have just no idea what they're talking about. Just play the bloody Atari. The Atari VCS. Talk to somebody who has it. I just hate this bullshit. Anyways, folks, that's my rant. I had it. Okay. I'd like Andrew to see this. So if you guys want to go to the Ars Technica article, I can link it in the YouTube. Put a comment, link this video, and let him see it. Just so somebody can slap his ass for brutal journalism here, that they call it. Fuck, I just sit at home trying to run my own business here, doing this stuff, and this guy's shooting off his mouth like he knows what he's talking about. Like, fuck. Anyways, folks, that's it. I'm Dad as a Joke. I'm pissed off as hell, and I'll talk to you later. Take care.